Imagine waking up one morning and suddenly realizing that life has thrown something completely unexpected your way. It could be a challenge, a setback, or a moment that feels so overwhelming it shakes you to your core. You didn't ask for it. You didn't plan for it. Yet, there it is, sitting in front of you, demanding your attention. And in that instant, it's easy to feel small, powerless, or even defeated. But here's a truth worth holding on to. Your real power doesn't come from controlling what happens around you. Your power comes from deciding how you respond, from choosing to rise instead of allowing yourself to shrink. Maya Angelou said it beautifully. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Let that resonate for a moment. Life will always throw it's inevitable, but what truly defines you isn't the challenge itself, it's your refusal to let it diminish your spirit. Your choice to stand firm and unshaken even when circumstances seem unfair or overwhelming. So often, we live under the illusion that control equals safety. If we can manage every detail, predict every outcome, or plan for every possibility, we might think we can avoid pain, disappointment, or loss. But the truth is, life doesn't operate on our schedule. Accidents happen, relationships falter, opportunities slip through our fingers, and at times, the world can feel profoundly unfair. In those moments, it's tempting to feel small, powerless, or broken. Yet, it is precisely in these moments that Maya Angelou's words shine as a beacon of hope and strength. Even when we cannot control the storm, we always retain the choice to remain whole, to remain resilient, and to protect the core of our spirit. Think for a moment about a time in your own life when something unexpected occurred. Maybe it was a sudden loss, a career setback, or a personal disappointment. How did you respond? Did you let that moment define you, limit you, or diminish your sense of self? Or did you find a way to stand taller, even amidst the chaos, holding on to your courage and dignity? The act of choosing to stay strong, to preserve your integrity, and to honor your own resilience is far more powerful than any circumstance. This is not just surviving, it's consciously choosing to thrive in spite of adversity. Here's what is truly revolutionary about this idea. No one can take your inner power from you unless you hand it over. You are the guardian of your own spirit. Life might shake you, challenge you, or push you to your limits, but it cannot reduce your worth unless you allow it. When you grasp this truth, every obstacle transforms from a wall into an opportunity, a chance to prove your strength, your courage, and your unwavering determination. On this series, we will explore exactly how to embrace this kind of empowered living. You will learn how to face life's uncontrollable events with grace, how to transform setbacks into stepping stones, and how to see challenges not as threats, but as catalysts for growth and transformation. By the end of this journey, you'll understand that no matter what happens outside of you, your spirit, your power, and your worth remain intact. So, before we move forward, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself this question. Where in my life am I allowing circumstances to shrink me? Hold that question close. Over the next 4 parts, we will uncover practical, actionable ways to reclaim your power, remain unbroken, and live a life defined not by adversity, but by your courage, resilience, and determination to rise above it. Your spirit is stronger than any storm, and your choice to remain unshaken is the first step to a life of true empowerment. Life has a way of catching us off guard. One moment, everything seems steady, calm, and under control. The next, chaos appears without warning. A job opportunity disappears. A relationship falls apart. A long-held dream feels out of reach. In these moments, it's easy to feel powerless, like the world has stripped away your dignity and strength. It can feel overwhelming, even defeating, but here's a truth that can change everything. You are far stronger than any circumstance, far more resilient than any setback. Maya Angelou's words remind us that while we may not control everything that happens to us, we always have the power to decide whether we will be diminished or whether we will rise. Every challenge that comes your way carries with it 2 paths. You can allow it to crush you, define your limitations, and convince you that you are smaller than you truly are. Or, you can refuse to give away your power. True strength is not about avoiding hardships, about standing tall in the midst of it. It's about telling life, you may try to shake me, but I will not break. This is not a choice you make once and forget. It's a daily decision, a constant commitment. Every morning, when you wake up and face the world, you have the opportunity to decide, will yesterday's pain dictate today's possibilities, or will you rise and claim your life as your own? This is what separates those who merely survive from those who truly thrive. Look around and you'll see countless examples of people who refuse to be reduced by life's challenges. Maya Angelou herself faced immense adversity, racism, personal loss, societal limitations, but she refused to let these circumstances define her. Instead, she transformed her pain into art, into wisdom, and into inspiration for millions around the world. Her life is living proof that our circumstances do not dictate our worth, our response does. Every failure can be a lesson. Every setback can become a stepping stone. And when you embrace this perspective, what once seemed threatening can suddenly become an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. So, how do you cultivate this kind of inner resilience in your own life? Start by noticing the moments when you feel diminished. Pay attention to the thoughts that whisper, "I can't, I'm not enough," or "this is too much." Challenge those thoughts. Remind yourself that you are not your setbacks. You are the spirit that endures them, the strength that rises from them. Take small, intentional steps every day to reinforce this mindset. Pause and breathe when adversity strikes. Reframe your story. Instead of thinking, "I've failed," remind yourself, "I am learning and growing." Anchor yourself in gratitude for what remains steady and true in your life. Even amidst the storm, the most important realization is that power is internal. Life may try to knock you down, but your ability to rise, stronger and wiser, remains firmly in your hands. Choosing strength over defeat doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending everything is perfect. It means acknowledging the hardship, learning from it, and refusing to allow it to define your identity. It's about walking forward with dignity, even when the road ahead feels uncertain and steep. Take a moment now to reflect. What challenge in your life is currently trying to reduce you? Imagine yourself standing taller than it, stronger than it, and refusing to give it the power to diminish your spirit. Hold that vision close, because in part 3, we will explore how to transform setbacks into stepping stones, turning every difficulty, every disappointment, and every challenge into a launchpad for your greatest growth and personal transformation. Life has a way of testing us in ways we never expect. Every obstacle, every setback, every moment that feels unfair or unjust can leave us feeling trapped, frustrated, or even defeated. But here's a truth worth holding on to. What feels like a roadblock today could be the very stepping stone you need to reach a stronger, wiser, and more empowered version of yourself. Maya Angelou's words capture this perfectly. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. Every challenge, every failure, every painful experience carries the potential to become a powerful opportunity for growth. If you're willing to see it that way, the first step in transforming setbacks into stepping stones is perspective. Challenges are not punishments, they are lessons in disguise. Life may knock you down, but the choice is always yours. Will you stay down, or will you rise, learn, and grow from the experience? Imagine the struggles you face as soil in which your inner strength takes root. A seed planted in rocky ground does not grow easily. Its roots must push through obstacles to find water. The sun may not always shine as expected, yet, over time, that seed grows into a sturdy, resilient tree, unshakable in the wind. Your struggles are your soil, and the lessons you draw from them are the roots that anchor your growth. Every challenge is a chance to strengthen your foundation and prepare for the person you are meant to become. So, how can you consciously turn setbacks into stepping stones? Start by reframing the challenge. Instead of seeing obstacles as threats, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger? Look for the lesson hidden within every struggle, and write it down, reflect on it, and use it as fuel for your growth. Action is also crucial. Even the smallest step forward takes your pain and transforms it into progress. Momentum builds when you refuse to remain stagnant, and each movement toward your goals reinforces your courage and resilience. Finally, celebrate your perseverance. Surviving challenges, overcoming fear, and continuing forward is no small feat. It is proof of your strength, determination, and unshakable spirit. The lives of remarkable individuals remind us that setbacks are often the gateways to greatness. Take Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb, or Oprah Winfrey, who faced rejection, loss, and countless obstacles before becoming a global icon of influence and inspiration. Their secret wasn't luck, it was resilience. They chose not to be reduced by life's challenges. Each failure became a stepping stone, each rejection a lesson, each setback a setup for something greater. And that same potential exists for you. Every difficulty you face carries the seeds of growth, courage, and transformation, waiting for you to claim it. This process isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. When you shift your perspective and view setbacks as stepping stones, fear of failure begins to fade. You approach life with courage, curiosity, and confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, your power to rise remains intact. You stop seeing challenges as threats and start seeing them as opportunities to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever before. Take a moment now to reflect. What setback in your life could be the very stepping stone you need? How can you turn pain into power, disappointment into determination, and obstacles into opportunities? Hold that thought close, because in part 4, we will dive into daily practices that strengthen your spirit, giving you practical tools to remain unshaken, empowered, and ready for anything life places in your path. Talking about resilience, courage, and the power to rise above life's challenges is one thing, but actually making it a part of your daily life is where transformation happens. Maya Angelou reminds us that adversity does not define who we are, how we respond does. And the truth is, your spirit is like a muscle, it grows stronger the more you exercise it. In this section, we'll explore practical, daily practices that can fortify your inner strength, keeping you unshaken, focused, and empowered. No matter what life throws your way, it all begins with how you start your day. Morning rituals aren't just routines, they set the tone for your entire day. Begin by affirming your strength. Speak aloud phrases like, "I am resilient," or "I will not be reduced by life's challenges." Words are powerful. They shape your mindset and prime your spirit for courage and action. Take a few minutes to visualize your victories. Picture yourself overcoming obstacles, standing tall, and feeling the pride, power, and confidence that comes from perseverance. Then, set an intention for your day. Choose a guiding principle: patience, courage, focus, or clarity that will act as a compass when unexpected challenges arise. By starting your morning with purpose, you prepare your mind and spirit to meet the day from a place of strength. Strengthening your spirit isn't just about mental toughness, it's also about emotional resilience. Incorporating habits that nurture your inner self can make a huge difference. Journaling is one powerful tool. Write down your thoughts, fears, lessons, and breakthroughs. Processing your emotions on paper helps you confront challenges without letting them control you. Gratitude is another shield against negativity. Taking even a few minutes to reflect on what's going right in your life shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. And mindful breathing, even for just a couple of minutes, can calm your mind, center your emotions, and restore a sense of control when chaos surrounds you. Your body and mind are deeply connected, and caring for your physical health strengthens your spirit in ways you might not expect. Regular exercise releases stress, boosts confidence, and reminds you that you are capable of movement, growth, and action. Eating nourishing food fuels your energy and focus, while protecting your sleep ensures clarity, balance, and emotional stability. Treating your body with respect is also an act of honoring your inner strength. It's a daily reminder that you are worth care and attention. No one rises alone. Surrounding yourself with supportive, inspiring, and growth-oriented people is essential for building resilience. Seek mentors and role models who have overcome adversity and can guide you with wisdom. Build relationships with friends and family who uplift, challenge, and encourage you to keep moving forward. And never underestimate the power of giving back. Helping others reminds you that your strength has purpose and that you can positively impact the world, even amidst your own challenges. Finally, reflection is key. At the end of each day, ask yourself, how did I respond to today's challenges? Did I allow circumstances to diminish me, or did I rise above them? Celebrate even the smallest victories. Every time you practice resilience, every time you choose courage over fear, and strength over defeat, you reinforce the truth of Maya Angelou's words, that your spirit cannot be reduced unless you allow it. Right now, take a moment and commit to one practice that will strengthen your spirit starting today. Whether it's journaling, a morning affirmation, or reaching out to a supportive friend, take action. Keep this commitment close to your heart, because in part 5, we'll bring everything together, showing you how to live a life defined not by adversity, but by courage, purpose, and unshakable strength. By the end of this journey, you'll have a complete roadmap to rise above any challenge and live as the empowered, resilient person you are meant to be. You've walked through the storms. You've learned how to rise when life knocks you down, how to turn your setbacks into stepping stones, and how to strengthen your spirit day by day. But now comes the most important part, taking everything you've learned and transforming it into a way of life. Maya Angelou's timeless words echo here more powerfully than ever. You may not control all the events that happen to you, but you can decide not to be reduced by them. This final step isn't just about survival, it's about thriving, about living unshaken, about embodying the unbreakable truth that no matter what happens around you, your spirit remains whole. Living unshaken begins with one simple truth: life will never bend completely to your will. The world will shift, People will change, plans will fail, and challenges will appear without warning. But none of that determines who you become. Your choices do. Every moment gives you an invitation. Will you allow this circumstance to shrink you, or will you rise above it? The moment you choose not to be reduced, you reclaim your power. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become the author of your own story. True empowerment doesn't come from avoiding difficulty, it comes from learning to stand tall through it, anchored in your purpose and strength. To live this way, to truly live beyond adversity, you need guiding principles that keep you grounded when the winds of life try to pull you off course. First, own your story. Every chapter, the painful ones, the confusing ones, the ones you wish you could erase, they all hold lessons and strength. Your past is not your prison. It's your foundation. Next, embrace growth. Every challenge you face carries an opportunity to expand your heart, your wisdom, and your faith. Growth often wears the disguise of hardship, but if you lean in instead of running away, it will shape you into your strongest self. Then, protect your energy. Be intentional about who and what you allow into your space. Surround yourself with people who uplift your spirit and speak life into your dreams. Distance yourself from voices that drain your confidence or feed your fears. Choose peace over chaos. Act with purpose. Let every step you take reflect the person you are becoming. When you live from your values and align your actions with meaning, even struggle becomes sacred. It becomes a tool of transformation. And finally, celebrate your resilience. Every time you choose to rise instead of retreat, to keep going instead of giving up, you are proving your power. Acknowledge your strength. Honor your courage. You are already living proof of the unbreakable spirit that Maya Angelou spoke of. When you look around the world, you'll see countless examples of people who refuse to be diminished. Maya Angelou herself turned her pain into poetry and her hardships into hope for millions. There are everyday heroes all around you, people who face illness, loss, rejection, and disappointment, yet rise each morning with faith, determination, and grace. You can be one of them. Your life can be a living testimony that strength is not the absence of struggle, but the victory over it. To live unshaken, carry these truths with you each day. Begin your mornings with intention, speaking power over your day. When challenges come, view them not as defeats, but as lessons. Fill your life with positivity, people, music, thoughts, and habits that inspire your best self. And each night, end your day in gratitude, reflecting on how far you've come and how much you've grown. Now, take a moment and make a promise to yourself. I will not be reduced by life's challenges. Say it out loud. Feel it. Believe it. Every hardship, every unexpected turn, every moment of pain, it all becomes the soil where your strength takes root. If this message has touched your heart, take a moment to like this video. Share it with someone who needs encouragement, and comment below with the challenge you refuse to let define you. And don't forget to subscribe, because your journey of resilience, growth, and power is just beginning. Remember, this life may test you, but it cannot define you. You are greater than your circumstances, stronger than your fears, and capable of rising higher than you ever imagined. So go forth and live unshaken. Let your life be the proof that nothing, absolutely nothing, can reduce the spirit of someone who chooses to rise.